Everyone in the village ignored the ancient baobab. One girl fed the baobab with water when no one cared. When the crops died and the wells dried, the village begged for help. The baobab answered only to those who listened. Find out what happens in this epic tale of Amahle, the daughter of the trees. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And also please don't forget to comment where you are watching from. In the poor humble village of Okoye, the rains grew uncertain. The sun burned hotter, and the soil cracked like broken pottery. Before memory learned to speak, the baobab stood, its roots deep in the earth, its spirit woven with the ancestors of the land.
This is older than our stories.
Yes, they say the spirits sleep inside its bark.
While villages rose and seasons changed, the tree remained, watching, waiting, remembering. And so the baobab watched, as generations came and went, waiting to see who would remember. When the sky closed its hands and the rivers forgot their paths, a child opened her heart.
I know this isn't much, but I didn't want you to be thirsty. My mother said the earth listens, even when people don't.
She spoke not to bark and soil, but to something older.
I'll come back tomorrow, I promise.
Amahle and the baobab tree spent all their time together. Every morning Amahle would visit the baobab tree to feed it water. Days passed and they became the best of friends. Eventually hunger sharpens fear, and fear silences wisdom.
Our children are starving. This tree gives us nothing,
said a villager.
We can sell the wood and buy food,
said another villager.
This tree is sacred. Stories don't fill empty stomachs.
Please, don't cut it. Heart reports this face. It has watched over us longer than anyone here.
The child talks to trees now.
And still she stood, small, but unyielding. When the blade met the tree, it was not wood that answered, but memory. The first axe struck the baobab. Dust lifted from the ground as a deep tremor rippled outward. Birds rise suddenly into the sky. The massive trunk began to glow from within, thin cracks of golden light spread like veins through ancient bark. The baobab did not fall. It opened. The trunk slowly splits apart, revealing a vast hollow filled with clear water reflecting light like glass. Clusters of ripe fruit glow softly, untouched by drought. For generations, the tree had stored what the land could not, waiting not for hunger, but for remembrance. For generations uncounted, the baobab had watched hands take and voices forget. But it had also watched one small child return, again and again, carrying water as if carrying hope itself. The trunk opened slowly, not splitting but unfolding, revealing a vast inner chamber. Clear water shimmers inside, reflecting the sky. Fruit hangs heavy and ripe, untouched by drought or decay. What was hidden was never meant to be hoarded.
I kept what was given until it was remembered,
said the ancient baobab tree. Water spilled gently from the tree, running across cracked earth. The soil darkened. The first green shoots break through, fragile but alive. Mercy returned to the land, not because it was demanded, but because it was deserved. When fear loosened its grip, the land remembered its rhythm. Water found the soil. Seeds found courage. And the village learned that survival does not begin with taking, but with listening. When fear loosened its grip, the village remembered how to breathe. They spoke more softly now, as if afraid to disturb what had returned. Their hands, once raised in desperation, learned the patience of planting. Children ran barefoot through damp soil, elders sat beneath the baobab in quiet conversation, women planted seeds near the tree's roots. Amahle stands at the base of the baobab. The bark beneath her palm feels warm, alive, steady. Light filters through the leaves above her, dappling her face. She had no crown, no wealth, no claim to power, only a promise she never abandoned. The land had watched her. The tree had remembered. The elder steps forward, resting a hand lightly on Amahle's shoulder. The villagers stand behind them, not in celebration, but in quiet understanding. They did not raise her above them. They simply named what was already true.
Daughter tree.
The tree called to Amahle. She closes her eyes, leaning slightly into the trunk, listening to the deep, patient pulse beneath the bark. And the baobab still stands. Not as a warning, but as a promise. Waiting for those who remember. That care is stronger than fear.